and also really curious about what this life holds. To have no expectation, but to have an idea about a beautiful horizon that's in front of you and constantly moving towards it.
We're going to 225 and then 16 in the back.
Hello, over here.
Over here? Here? Oh,
yes. I'm Tammy from Hong Kong Apple Daily. Congratulations.
Thanks.
So if you have to choose a song to describe how are you feeling now, which song?
Ooh, so easy. I'm in love with my life by Phases. Easy. I'm in love with my life. Done.
Thank you.
Going back to 16 and down to 280.
Good evening, my darling. Back here on your right. Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Sparkle Purple.
Hey.
Tell me about it.
All right, girl, I will. Congratulations on your award. I'm Carla Renata from ubnradio.com, and I'm just interested to know, when you finally do have children, or if you do have children, do you think your experience in filming Room will color that experience for you?
Probably. I don't have kids, but I do have a little taste of an understanding of how complicated it is to be a parent. I think there's a lot of unknowns when it comes to parenting and the idea of jumping into that world. And I personally have problems with trying to be perfect and being devastated when I realize every day that that's not a possibility. And I think that that comes with parenting as well. So I think understanding that it's a symbiotic relationship. Jacob, I learned more from him than he ever did from me. There's so much wisdom in a child, and there is so much ease to the way that he is, that I'm really excited for whenever that journey comes. I'm not sure what it means fully to be a parent. I only experienced a small taste of it, but I am excited about it. I think children are just magical, full of wisdom, incredible little people.
We're coming down here to 280, then back to 124.
Hi, Brie. Down up front.
Down up front.
Other side.
There
Hi.
you are.
Can you give an example in your career of a time where you feel like you really learned to stand up for yourself?
Oh, I mean, many times. In particular, there were many times that I would go into auditions and casting directors would say, "It's really great, really love what you're doing, but we'd love for you to come back in a jean miniskirt and high heels." And those were always moments of a real fork in the road, because I had there's no reason for me to show up in a jean miniskirt and heels other than the fact that you want to create some fantasy and you want to have this moment that you can reject. That's the craziest part. And so for me, I personally always rejected that moment. I tried maybe once, and it always made me feel terrible, because they were asking me to wear a jean miniskirt and heels to be sexy, but a jean miniskirt and heels does not make me feel sexy. It makes me feel uncomfortable. So learning for me what it took to feel confident and strong and take what these people were trying to get to exude out of me, come from a personal place and from my place, and trying to represent in film women that I know, women that I understand, complicated women, women that are inside of me. That became my mission. And every time I was put in front of an opportunity where I had to decide in those moments, do not wear a jean miniskirt, they became huge moments for me of confidence.
We're going to 124, and then I need to wrap it up with number 1 right here in the front.
Hi, Brie. Congratulations, I'm here.
Hello.
Great job in the film. I loved it. I just wanted to ask a question. With Spotlight winning Best Picture, one of the really devastating scenes in Room was involving the media, and I read that that was an important scene to you, and I just wondered if you could expand on that and say kind of how you feel about that.
Oh, about the media?
Yes.
To a bunch of media people?
Well, that scene specifically.
Okay, ballsy. Yeah, it's an important thing to me, because boundaries are really difficult to create for yourself. And especially if you're not somebody like my character I'm playing in Room, who's not seasoned in boundaries and isn't as aware. Like a lot of us in the industry, if we watch that scene in the movie, we can kind of see the train coming and we know, oh, this is going to be too much. She's not ready for this. But for her, there's no one there that's on the inside that's explaining to her that she has strength and boundaries, and that this is not a proper way of going about this next phase in her life. So I think from the journalist point of view, always remembering that we are human beings. We are sensitive, loving human beings that deeply at the core of ourselves are worried that we are unlovable. And I think if we could constantly keep that in our heads, especially when we're interviewing, and try instead to get into the soul of a person and not just worry so much about maybe a earpiece that's in your ear that's, you know, your boss telling you that you have to ask something 30 times. I understand that you're trying to keep your job, but at the same time, we are people. And I think if we can get back to the humanity of this and respect boundaries, we're going to go a long way, and we're going to get real truth instead of performances for TV.
And we'll end it here with number 1.
Right here, Brie. Tanya Hart, AURN.com. Congratulations. What a wonderful run you've had this award season.
Thank you.
You know, you won an Oscar for playing Ma. Unfortunately, many people have been in that situation. What does your Oscar win say for all of the victims out there who've been victimized?
You know, I don't know. I don't necessarily think an Oscar win changes anything for those women. I do hope that, though, in the core of it, when we want to talk about feeling trapped, and that can be trapped in a way that's a metaphor or a physical representation of that, we want to talk about abuse, the many different ways that we as humans can be abused or feel confined. I hope that this is a story that honestly changes people and allows them to be free. To me, making this movie was my own search for freedom and breaking free of my own personal boundaries. And I hope that when people watch this, they realize that they have it in themselves to break free of whatever it is that's holding them back.
Thank you, and congratulations.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brie Larson. I like her, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
She's an incredibly talented actress who's been around for a very long time, and it's great to see her in the spotlight. Let me ask you guys, Alicia, Kamal, and Angela, what you made of her speech, because she said a lot of powerful things there.
She is so great. I mean, as you said, she's been working for such a long time, but beyond her acting talent, she is someone who's very eloquent and very strong and very self-aware as well. I love what she just said about having to go to auditions and wearing the miniskirts and heels because that's what they thought was sexy, but it's not what made her feel sexy. So she discovered her power.
We're going to get to our Stephanie Elam. Stephanie is at the governor's ball, and she has Alejandro